welcome to another episode of Filmmaking and More. I'm your host, Juicy. The show's about filmmaking, screenwriting, and music involved in the movie making process. So sit back and enjoy the ride. But before we do that, make sure you smash that like or thumbs up button. Go ahead and comment, follow, and go ahead and share the video too. We want to hear from you about what you thought about this show and what you think might make great content in the future. Now, on with the show. So with recording audio, there are a few things you're going to need. You're going to need microphones, recorders, cables, and stands. And they range in function, and they are sometimes included with other things like cameras and whatnot. So, but you need to understand what it is you need to do, what it is you need to accomplish, and how can you go about doing that. Now, of course, there are options that are more expensive than others and may provide some other functionality or features, better quality, that kind of thing. Whereas you used to have XLR, now you have USB and plugging into the 3.8 jack of your microphone insert. For example, like on my computer. Something that you will find on your iPhone or on your phone as well, and other devices as well. So the first thing I want to go ahead and show to you is that we are actually recording for this show, and I'm using this microphone right here, and this is a USB microphone for Panamalar, and it wasn't that expensive. I got it through the big A, and it's my show microphone, and it has been for quite some time. Now, I had other microphones before that I had purchased, and one of these is a Rode microphone. I don't know if you can see that, a Rode microphone. And this is another 3.8 jack microphone input there. And it does have a battery compartment for a 5-volt battery, and you need to make sure that that is operating, otherwise you're not going to hear anything coming through. The other microphone that I wanted to show you, and it's connected to my little 4K cheapo camera, and this camera is great actually. It does a lot of things. It can go live, it can go dead, or it can go static, right? So I'm recording myself, like for example for this show. I could set this up instead of my iPad, or in addition to my iPad, I could set this up. As long as I had a USB plug to come from here to the computer, I can go ahead and videotape and download the files right onto the computer. Otherwise, I do have a memory card that I slip into a reader, and I download or upload my files, however you want to say it. Anyways, so the microphone that is attached to this camera actually has some tabs here that you will need to turn it on, and to determining on what kind of range you're looking at, or what kind of functionality you're looking at. And it simply just attaches to the top, just like the Rode does. All microphones have these attachments that they can slide off and on the camera. And this is also a slot where your light would go. So if you had the use of an internal audio and you didn't have any lights other than that light that attaches to something similar to my video camera here with its light, that you can go ahead and slide the light on and then either record with a boom. So I'll talk about stands in a little bit, but that's one way of doing it. And then another thing I have just recently purchased was a headset with a microphone feature, and the way that it plugs in is through the USB for your headphones, and then through the 3.8 jack cord here for your microphone. And so you don't need, for example, if I was doing this show here and that's all I had, I wouldn't have this mic here. I would have that headphones on in replacement of these headphones, which are just straight headphones. These are actually studio headphones. Anyways, the recorders, there's plenty, so depending on type of location that you're at, or the types of equipment that you have handy, you can always download it. Like I said, get the USB connector cable going from your camera down to your computer. That way you can record video and camera at the same time. If all you wanted to do is capture audio, you can definitely do that on your phone. You can hook up a microphone to your phone and record that way. You can have field recorders or drives, like I have this little thing right here, and I'll show you. So it's an audio box from Sonos, and basically it's just a place that I could put inputs into and run them out to my computer and headphones, and then I can go ahead and edit audio files that way. And that's one thing that I've done. Messed around with it, got some audio to do some intros and outros for my show or my podcast. So there's different recorders out there that you can kind of scour the internet for and see what it is you need. Now the next thing is cables, and I'm going to show you this cable that I have. It's an XLR cable, and the XLR cable, this one actually is just one-on-one. Now I do have one that is, and I didn't pull it out, and I thought I did, but it actually has an XLR cable that runs to this microphone. Actually, where's that microphone? Oh, here it is. Here's another microphone. This is actually an XLR, and it's a PreSonus, and it's a pretty good microphone. And I've, dropped it a couple times already, and it's still working. So, but anyways, this is the one that you can connect your XLR cable to, and the camera that I use it for, that I'm shooting my reaction videos on my couch or on my chair here, is through my camera, and the camera has stereo input for XLR. So I run the XLR signal out of there into a double or a splitter, and the splitter goes into the camera. So I have a left and right on the camera as I'm filming. So those are cables, and there's different options that you can use. Like I said, you have these, like this Rode has a cable, but the cable's so short that you would definitely need an extension. So there's extensions, adapters, all kinds of stuff, splitters. So depending on what you need, they're out there, and you can find them relatively for a cheap price. The next thing is stands, and I wanted to show you a stand, but I do have a stand here for a camera here. And this is kind of the same thing. If you think of microphone stands where you have singers, they have, the one that, the pipe or the pole that goes down to the floor, and sometimes that has either a hard weight stand or it has legs, and then it has a boom, and the boom comes out. So if like you're playing an instrument, or if you just like boom mics rather than just a straight pole and doing an Elvis thing. The booms are what is used in filming, and they're usually out of sight, so they're just above the subject's heads or head, and they are of course circuited or cabled back to a recorder, and that is going to a separate audio track, and that audio track is going to go ahead and be married up with the video in post. Anyway, so another stand is this desk stand, and it has a connector, or it has a tightener on the end, so it can tighten to your desk edge, for example. And I have a rolling table that I use, and I'm attaching it to that. All right, folks, I am sorry about the video lag throughout the video here, and I will look to find out what the problem is and get that solved for future episodes. Anyway, if you like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know the next time I drop a video. We want to hear from you. We want you to join the family. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. From us here at Juicyfroot Productions and Robb Entertainment Corporation, we want to thank you for watching the video, and thank you for hanging in there. Got to take you by the